guys, it's Karen and I am here to do a little Rimmel haul. I had been talking about eyeliner on YouTube and one of you lovely guys left me a comment saying why don't you try the Rimmel Glam Eyes, and that Rimmel told me that Rimmel are now cruelty free. I couldn't believe it because I've been waiting for, you know, the kind of drugstore brands that you find in Boots to go cruelty free, and I used to use Rimmel Glam Eyes many years ago, and so I was like, that's it, I'm going to go and buy loads of stuff from them. So I bought kind of a bit of everything. I think the only thing I don't think I bought was blush and bronzer. I don't love the packaging, so like on a lot of their powders and blushes it's a turn, so instead of like the one I bought is actually a flip open one, which I prefer if I can actually work it. But yeah, a lot of them you have to twist it off and I don't like that. It's just not my type of packaging. It looks cheap and it's kind of difficult, and then you've got the separate top, and yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go through what I've got. There's actually only two things I think I've ended up liking, but I'm still glad I went, and you know, I don't feel so bad about giving them my money, if you know what I mean, knowing that they're now cruelty free. So let me start off with the foundation. I bought this one. This is the Lasting Finish Foundation. It says it's got hyaluronic acid in it, SPF 20. I don't think I've used many Rimmel foundations at all. Like, you know, I did used to use a lot of Rimmel stuff. One of the things I can remember using is, I think it was called East London, a little eyeshadow quad actually that I used to love. But yeah, I don't think I ever used their foundations really. But I tried this and it's nice enough, but it's too light for me. Whether or not it lasts, I don't know, because I put it on and I didn't feel like, the feeling I get when I put foundation on is I can instantly see like smoothed out skin and a more sort of flawless complexion, and this wasn't that. This would be more if you wanted like a tinted moisturizer or a CC cream or BB cream or whatever, you know, which actually I do remember saying that I wanted at a certain point, and I think my thinking at the time was for days where I didn't want to wear much makeup, I'd wear something like this, you know, something that was a bit, to me, less of a foundation. But actually now I just either wear makeup or I don't. And so when I wear makeup, I want it to be a bit more of a full coverage, and this isn't it. But otherwise, it's fine. Then this is actually a buildable coverage powder foundation that I've just been using as a finishing powder. So it looks like that. It comes with a little sponge applicator in the bottom, and what color did I get it in? Sesame 003 Sesame, which I think was the right color for me actually. Yeah, this is fine as a setting powder. It's obviously not meant to do that, and it's also okay as one to use. When I say I don't wear makeup, I either wear makeup or I don't. On the days I don't wear makeup, if I was too shiny, I might give myself a little bit of powder, sometimes even put a little bit of blush on. The most I would wear would be blush, powder and eyebrows. I think that's probably it. Yeah. And it is quite nice to just sort of put a bit of this on and take away a bit of shine and give a tiny bit of coverage, you know, but there's not very much coverage in it, obviously. But yeah, I'm going to try it out a bit more as a foundation and see what I think. Like I said, I've mostly been using it as a setting powder, and it's nice. These I was really excited about. These are the cream eyeshadows. I should have just got one, but I got the one in Chilled Peach. I thought they looked like really nice colours, and I've, you know, kind of been a fan of cream eyeshadows over the years, and I thought, I wonder if these will be like the Huda Beauty. And this one really appealed to me. This one is in Misty Mauve. Yeah, it's a good name for it. So that's the peach and that's the mauve. So put them on, thought they looked absolutely lovely, but they creased on me, unfortunately. Probably within like the hour, they were all creased on me. So these are a no-go. And I did think, right, okay, don't just give up on them. Go in and use an eye primer and try them on top of that, and it's still creased. So they're a no from me, unfortunately. What are they actually called? I didn't tell you, did I? Wonder Cloud All Day Wear Soft Shadow. Yeah, I don't know who they wear on all day, but certainly not me. I bought a lipstick. I have always loved the double-ended lipsticks that you get, whereby you have a lip balm one end, you know, it's kind of a shiny lip balm, and then the other end is a long-lasting lipstick. So the ones that I used one from L'Oreal and one from Max Factor. And those were the two that I kind of alternated between, you know, if one was out of stock, I'd get the other one. And I wore that every single day and loved it. And it lasted for a long time on me, and yeah, really enjoyed it. So I thought I would try the one from Rimmel. This colour is really, really pretty. I can't actually read what it says, but I'll show you what the colour is like. It's like that. Isn't it gorgeous? Really, really gorgeous. It didn't last on me. It actually came off in that horrible way where you end up with an outline. So I didn't wear a lip liner with it, which is unusual for me, but I haven't tested out which lip liner suits it, but it looked almost like a lip liner, except that it was all worn off in the middle bits. You could see that it wasn't just like I had a lip liner on, it just looked like, I don't know, it didn't look good at all. It looked really bad. What I haven't tried is using it just on its own, but you know, like not using the lip balm afterwards. But when I first put it on, I thought, you know what, it does feel really, really drying. And I do remember that about these, that you couldn't have just used them as you would a liquid lipstick. Like this today that I've got on today is the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in Babydoll. And I don't need to put anything on the top of it, you know, but with these ones I always did. It was the same with this Rimmel one. It felt too dry. I was like, oh, I need to put something on it. Dry and also ever so slightly tacky in the middle. So I guess it's maybe not as, doesn't dry down as much as these liquid lipsticks do. So unfortunately that's a fail. I do wonder if other colours would be different. Let me know if you've tried any and they are. Okay, then I tried mascaras. Of course I did. You know I was going to get some mascara. So I had a look for the ones that had the kind of brush that I liked. This is one that looked perfect for me. It's the Extract 3D Lash, and it's rubbish. I have to say this one is really rubbish. It just, I could put it on and it doesn't look like any different on the right eye that I've got mascara on to the other eye at all. So that one is definitely a fail for me. And then I got this one, which is Wonderluxe Volume. Not the perfect brush in that it is the hard plastic and it's not quite as small as I'd like, but this one is better. I've been using this one and it is quite good. The only thing it does clump my lashes together a little bit. You know, it's hard to separate them. You have to work really hard to separate them. So I don't think this is a repurchase, but it's one I'm going to use, and you know, it's quite good. It takes a bit of work, I think, using this one. I'm saving the two things that I actually really like for the end. I bought the Scandal Eyes Precision Micro Eyeliner. So I loved the idea that this has got a tiny little nib, and I thought I could use this to do my corner flick. You see how I've got that little, just a tiny little flick in the corner. I never ever use my liquid eyeliner to do that. I always use a felt tip pen. I find that that's much easier. And so I used this, really enjoyed using it, and thought, oh, that's great. I've got, you know, another one that I can use. But it was a day where my eyes they weren't actually watering, but I felt like they were watering, and I kept doing this. And this is what I do a lot. I kept trying to wipe away this invisible water. What I saw was that this smudged everywhere and kind of disappeared. Now you might say, well, it's not going to work if your eyes are watering, which, like I said, they were only ever so slightly watering, or if you're constantly wiping. But actually that never happens with any of the others I used. That's never ever happened. And so I was like, yeah, that's no good. It's not a long stay one, but it is really nice to use. So I think if you want to use this for just, you know, the top line or the bottom line or whatever, then you'd be okay. Or if you don't rub your eyes constantly, it's probably okay. Then last two products are the ones that I do really like. Actually, let me talk about the concealer first. The concealer I tried, it's called Lasting Radiance. I wanted to try some others that were there, but I couldn't find my colour in it. You know, they were sold out, so they must be pretty popular. So I thought I'll try this Lasting Radiance one. I've got this under my eyes today, and this is what it looks like. I got it in quite a dark colour, didn't I? It's in, well, it's not that dark, 010 Ivory, but that looks quite dark to me. There, I need a tissue. This is actually really nice, but the only thing I'd say is it doesn't give much coverage, and I've been using it, but I've had to do 2 layers underneath my eyes. Now looking in here, I think it looks like I've got brightened under eyes, and hopefully not too much, and it looks like quite a good colour match as well. So I'm definitely going to use this, and it is very much like the one that I've been loving, you know, that Sculpted by Amy one that I've been loving. So this is definitely a cheaper alternative, but I have to use 2 layers with this, definitely. Like I did this morning, I did one layer, and then I was like, nope, need a little bit more, so I did another lot over the top of it, and it builds absolutely fine. I don't think let me just have a quick look, check that It's not, I don't think it shows up fine lines any more than any others. You know, it's not one that instantly, you'd think if I was putting 2 layers on that you would see all of my lines and whatnot, but it's not. It's really nice in that respect. So it's nice. I'm going to use it up. Whether or not I would repurchase, probably not having to do 2 layers of it, you know, because I've got that concealer from Sculpt by Amy that I absolutely love, that I can do 1 layer with. And what's the other one I love? Oh, the Revolution one. So that's nice, but not a repurchase. This, the last but not least, is the Glam Eyes liquid eyeliner, and I do love this. Like I said, I used to use this many years ago. I wore it to work every day. It lasted me, never ever came off, never any smudging or anything from this. It's a nice thin brush. It's so thin, and it's an actual brush. It's not a felt tip, so you can do a really nice line. It's not completely matte, but it's not a shiny eyeliner. I don't like shiny eyeliners. I like them to be matte, and this is pretty much matte. It goes on really easily. It doesn't run into my eyes. It's just everything I want from a liquid eyeliner. So this is probably the one I will use going forward. I think this is better than the Essence one that I had been using. So yeah, really like that one. That was my favourite purchase out of them all. And that was the one I went to buy specifically, you know, and then thought I'll just buy whatever else I see that I fancy. So that's everything. That's everything that I bought from Rimmel. But I would love to hear from you if there's any products that you recommend, because there was a lot of things that were kind of out of stock, if you like, you know. They were obviously really popular, so let me know if there's anything you think I should try from them. Delighted to see that they're cruelty free. Hopefully L'Oreal follows suit. That would be good, wouldn't it? Because L'Oreal is huge and has a lot of brands. Let me tell you what I'm wearing makeup wise. I've got on the KVD Good Apple Serum Foundation in 010 on my eyes. Oh, this is actually, I used a Makeup Geek pigment. It's the last pigment I've got, I think. I think I've sort of over the years been trying them and throwing them out. So it's the one in Prism, I think it's called. So I used that along with the Illamasqua Artistry palette. On my cheeks is the KVD blush in Rosebud. And on my lips is, oh, I've told you, the Huda liquid lipstick in Babydoll. That's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.